running out of time. I wanted to take this example by, it is taken by Dr. Lisa Lang. It's a real story of a company which is in the business of printing labels that are pasted on various products. So Dr. Lisa Lang had done that and explained this in a number of videos and articles that she had done. So I want to show you that. Some of you might already know it, but let's run through it. So this is not that company. It is not Amul or okay, anybody's Amul supplier. But I just you pick this up to show you the variety of labels or containers or wrappers that are required. Amul has so many products, so for every product there could be some label, some wrapper, some container, something could be required. So you think of a company which is catering to this kind of company. This case study has nothing to do with Amul. It is done by Dr. Lisa Lang in some other company, but this is just to give you an idea. See, typically how they do, okay, how their business goes, they identify a customer and they print labels for them. So their name, customer name is printed. So once you have printed something, it can't be sold to someone else. It's not like you have, okay, you have created a soap, you can sell it to anybody. No, it's for specific customer. But it happens that the same customer reorders the label number of times because he's selling, as long as he's selling that product and if he's comfortable with you, the quality of your work, okay, the price that you're offering, okay, he will keep on reordering you. And this level company has, your customers typically buy 100 plus different labels for their various products. They have some, say 50 products or maybe 200 products or whatever, but at any point of time when they need about 100 plus products, 100 plus labels for their products. So in this case, they picked up one particular industry, that is food and beverage industry. So they produce food products in multiple flavors and put them in a variety of packaging, causing them to need 100 plus different labels. This printer and their competitors generally quote a 2 week lead time. So you place the order today and we will deliver you everything at the end of 2 weeks. The due date performance was about 90%. So it is not that every time they are able to keep the promised due date. How does the industry deal with such customers? Very interesting to see. Let's see. So I hope you got a broad picture as to the how this label printer works and what are the broad requirements of their customers. First thing is that they offer price quantity curve. 1 minute. Price quantity curve. So, okay, more the quantity, more the lower the price. So, what is the impact on the customers? Let's examine the impact on one customer. This okay, they picked up one customer. He was a coffee roaster. He purchased about 100 different labels. Looking at price quantity curve, he decides to buy 6 months worth of labels at a time. 6 months worth. He's going to take 6 months to use all these labels. Labels are relatively small and inexpensive. So holding 6 months of inventory is not difficult. It is very common in his industry. So just place one bulk order, keep the label so that your work is not held up. And the ramifications are to finalize the order of 6 months worth of labels, the coffee roaster needs to determine how to spread the quantity across the 100 labels. How many French roast, Colombian roast, French vanillas were going to sell in each bag size. To do that, they had to forecast how much coffee all of us were going to buy, in what flavor and in which bag size. So what are the ramifications of this kind of forecast, kind of detailed level forecast that was required? They had shortage of certain labels. At the same time, there were too many other labels. So the labels that they needed, they found they are not enough. and the labels that are not needed in near or immediate future, they are abandoned, enough for their grandchildren. The forecast ends up being wrong in one direction or the other. For some labels, okay, there is a shortage. For some of labels, they are in excess. So, what are the ramifications? If the forecast is low, their lines may go down. They may not be able to produce and sell. And when they get the level, they have to work overtime. Their cost also will increase because they have to expedite the shipping because the market is waiting to receive that. They also have some commitments. And for this small stupid level, they are stuck. So they have to work frantically and get those levels. And so this is what happens if their forecast is on the lower side. So they struggle to get it. Their delays are delayed. When they get the label, they have to do overtime, expedite, and do okay whatever. So they are. This is the way supplier deals with them. They are forced to get into firefighting mode for no fault of theirs. If the forecast is on the higher side, what happens? There are too many levels. They may get damaged or obsolete, and then they may have to spend a little more as carrying cost. The cash might get tied up in inventory, though it may not be huge, and they may have difficulty in making any label changes. If you have thousands of labels lying with you, and your marketing comes up that we are going to start a campaign and add this line on your label, they, oh no no no, we can't do that. We have so many labels. So wait till we exhaust them and then launch your campaign. What the hell? But you are forced to do that. Now, what is the mafia offer to this coffee roaster company from the label printing? This they say simple. Your orders are based on your best guess of how many labels you think you might need. That's because we, the suppliers, we are taking the blame on us. We place before you the price per quantity. So that way we force you to guess your level requirement for the next several months. And the forecast ends up being wrong. And how can it possibly be right? Forecast is a forecast is a forecast. And that too at such a detailed level, it is bound to go wrong. And that you have to do because we offer you this the price quantity. And what we are asking you, how about doing away with this kind of forecast and still make you comfortable with the availability of needed levels? Okay, the client will wake up, shake up. What are you saying? What you are saying that we need not forecast, right? And still you can say that you will make us comfortable that what we need will be there. Unbelievable. See, we have to turn what is unbelievable into unreasonable. So how we go about it? So if we do away with forecast, what will happen? We say that see, it is not simple, it's not a magic. You will also have to do something so that you get that benefit. So what is that? In order to enable us, what action is needed from you on regular basis? Tell us every day how many labels you use. Not a broad number. By every category, every subcategory. You have 100 labels. Out of that, you might have used some 30 labels. By every name we want to use, what is the quantity that you use? You will want to know why do you want this information? How are you going to use it? Okay, what we say that if you agree with us, take accept our offer. What we'll do is we'll simply replenish the labels that we have consumed. For a particular label, we have done some production, we have used 1,000 labels, and you have told us that you have used 1,000 labels. We'll reimburse okay 1,000 labels immediately, as fast as possible, maybe in next 3 days or whatever, and we'll supply only that, nothing less, nothing more. So your stock of that particular label remains constant, and as a result, what will happen? We can guarantee that you won't have to hold more than 2 weeks worth of labels. Currently, okay, how many labels you are holding? 6 months requirement. And what are we telling you? Not more than 2 weeks requirement. 2 weeks versus 6 months. Okay, very difficult to uh, you know think of it. Your customers will say, how is it possible? But you also add something to his your pleasant shock. If you want to change the contents of your labels, 2 weeks notice is enough for us. Oh, great. So it means I will not have that extra stock, and if I have to change something, just I give you 2 weeks notice. You say yes. Great. If your product mix is changing, because okay, demand will keep on going up or down, your quantity requirement of various labels also need to go up and down. So again, give us 2 weeks notice, and that is enough for us. So you can reduce the quantity of certain levels, increase the quantity of some other levels. 2 weeks notice. And though okay, we are saying 2 weeks today, who knows? After we settle, we can even reduce this period further, because we really don't need too long weeks to produce everything. We are going to produce it in last 2 days or 3 days only. So we can even reduce that thing. But to begin with, we are not saying so. And if you decide to okay discontinue your product or a label, again give us that notice. So this is something unbelievable for the customer. At the same time, we'll guarantee you that we never stock you out. That is our promise. We'll guarantee that you will never go to the shelf and not have the label that you need. You go in and you find it, you pick it up and use it. That's it. And if we ever do stock you out, if it happens even by chance, we'll pay you $500 per day per label. That customer will fall flat on this offer. Do you think he will even have second thought whether I should really accept it, whether they will be able to do this or not? He will not. And then he will think, wait a minute, how much you are going to charge me for that? We offer you all this at the same competitive price you pay today. And of course, you will have a lot less of your cash tied up. Well, benefits pouring in from all sides. So why is the label company offer is unrefusable for food and beverages manufacturers? Let's make a quick list. It reduces the inventory from 6 months stock to 2 weeks. It reduces the amount of cash that is tied up in inventory. It eliminates the chaos that results in stock out occurs. It reduces the cost associated with stock out, downtime, expedited shipping, overtime, etc. It reduces the inventory carrying cost. It reduces inventory obsolescence, and there are fewer labels to damage if an incident should occur. It provides increased marketing opportunities when you can quickly make changes. It, it eliminates the need to place orders and do forecasting, therefore freeing up that time for other activities. And all that is realized for the same price. So this offer for this market segment of food and beverages is simply unrefusable. This is the power of your internal improvements that you have made. No, you didn't know about it that you could do this. Only when you had a TLC consultant like us, all of us. Okay, we could tell you that well, this is possible, and then we have figured out the way how to sell it. What you are selling? You are selling your decisive competitive edge, and you have to make an offer. It's a marketing offer that you have to make. So you have to know that okay what your competitors are doing, and you know what pains are caused by this way of treating them. So can you go and sell this offer to all your customers? The answer is obviously no. But I'll skip the details since I am running out of time. But we have to remember the important point that an offer made for one segment cannot be sold to any other segment, because their significant problem, significant need is different. So for this company, just notice that this custom label company was not something came from Mars. It is a regular company like any other company. Dr. Lisa Lang would have done it for some other company in the same industry with the same kind of result. So it was a very ordinary, regular kind of company with the existing products, existing markets, existing machinery. They didn't have any special patent or any technology to claim some competitive advantage. They had almost same equipment that their competitors were using. The employees also by and large similar. And yet it was not based on price reduction. They did not reduce the price. It is not easy for the competition to follow because they don't know TOC. They can't imagine that it can be done in this way. So good that the most customers would accept it readily. So this is the things to be noticed for this example.